So, you think you were going to get away with harassing me, didn't you? Well, you're not. Because everything I have, everything I am getting on you, I'm going to use against you in court.
Here we go again, people. Here we go again. Acting like a child. I can understand if he's doing this for like a comedy skit video of him looking like this, then I would totally understand it for entertainment purpose. But he's not doing this for entertainment purpose. See, people, this is a perfect example right here. This is a perfect example right here. A grown man, but has a child's mind. He has a body of a man, but his mind is stuck in a grown man's body. That's basically what it is. His mind is in a grown man's body. You know, his childish, acting like a child, is stuck in a grown man's body. And that's what you see right here. This is a perfect example right here of he's got a body of a man, but his mind is stuck in a grown man's body. And this is a perfect example right here, people. And you can tell that he doesn't really have nobody to talk to besides Sally and Ed. He doesn't really have nobody to talk to. Because they're not going to sit there and listen to his BS. A 35-year-old man like Cyraxx got nothing going on for himself. And I'm not saying that you got to go out and have 100 friends just to have a life. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, I'd rather at least have at least 2, 1, or 3 friends. I know I'm not one of those people who wants to go out and be everybody's friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But in Cyraxx's case, he has 0 friends in his personal life. He don't even want to go to the park or go somewhere and play basketball. Don't want to go out and do some, well, that's female stuff. I was going to say shopping, but, you know, women's do that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, just get out of the house and get some fresh air. You feel what I'm saying? And he's been stuck in that attic room of his since we all have known Cyraxx. And we can tell that he doesn't really go outside like that unless he's taking out the trash. Only when he'll leave that room of his, unless he's taking out the trash, unless he's got to use the bathroom, unless he's got to go downstairs and put a Hot Pocket in the microwave or whatever like that, you know, go to the kitchen. But that's only when he leaves his room. And then he goes right back up in that room, though. I mean, that's his choice. That's his life. I don't care how Cyraxx live his life. He can live his life any way how he chooses. I don't really care at the end of the day. But you always sitting there making these empty threats, saying that you're going to do this to William Glory, press charges against him. How do you go from acting like a tough guy and then relied on the police? How does that, who does that? You come on the internet and you act like a tough guy, and then when things get bad for you, when bad things come to your way, Cyraxx, what did you do? I'm gonna go tell the police we're gonna have you in jail and this and that. Like, who does that? You act like a tough guy and then you go run and tell the police. Who acts like that? Who acts like that? How do you go from talking bad and then you go run and tell the police? Like, you a police ass dude. Like, you can tell he is, man. Cyraxx ain't nothing but a straight up snitch. This Cyraxx is a perfect example of tricking you out of your freedom. He the kind of guy, he'll talk mad shit on the internet. And then when you confront him in real life and beat him up, now he wants to go pressing charges against you. But yet you talking mad shit on the internet, talking about you this and you that. And then when someone confronts you, you want to go run and tell the police. Like that's some straight up punkish stuff right there. And I'm not encouraging nobody to go down there and fight Cyraxx, but if anybody does decide want to go down there and beat up Cyraxx again, just so y'all know, this dude right here is the police. He's got police written all over his face. And I'm surprised he's still alive, because let me tell you something, Cyraxx. You know what happens to people who always associate themselves with the police? People like you, Cyraxx, gets buried 6 feet under for always associating yourself with the police. And you better be counting your blessings that you're not one of them people that's not buried 6 feet under for always having affiliation with the police all the time. You're not a tough guy, Cyraxx. You're not tough. Because if you was a tough guy, you wouldn't go running to the police every freaking time when things go bad for you. Doesn't make any sense, people. So I would advise everybody and give everybody heads up that if you're one of them people who wants to go down there and knock Cyraxx out, don't be surprised if this little goblin and his parents decide to get on the phone and call the police. And the proof is in the videos. I don't really need to explain this to you guys because the proof is in the videos. We seen Ed call the police. We seen Sally call the police. We seen we seen Cyraxx make multiple videos threatening to file charges against people, threatening to get the cops on somebody with all these empty threats and everything like that. Just don't be surprised if Cyraxx go get on that phone call and the freaking police, because he's a police ass dude, man. Me personally, I wouldn't even want to get in a confrontation with someone like Cyraxx. I wouldn't. Marty, you know, God rest his soul. You know, thank goodness he didn't get locked up in jail when he beat up Cyraxx. Cyraxx claiming that Marty paid off the police or something like that, which I seriously doubt that. But there is a video of Cyraxx assuming that Marty paid off the freaking police. Just search it up on YouTube. You'll find that video. But, you know, Cyraxx, you keep saying, you keep making these empty threats, and you focus on William Glory and N-word boy. I'm going to be honest with you, Cyraxx. I will be trying to get back on Alex, the one that came there and knocked you out. You notice that Cyraxx don't even really mention Alex no more. I mean, to be honest, my main focus would be on Alex. I would be trying to pull up on Alex. I wouldn't be wasting no time. I mean, this dude came on your property, knocked you out in front of your stepdad on your property, and you done nothing. You done nothing. Well, what did you do? Ran to the police, snitching, telling. That's what you did. You know what I'm saying? And I even said this a few months ago, man. You know, if someone come on my freaking property, man, I'd be out looking for him. And I'm sure you know where he lives. Because his information is out there on the internet just like yours. His home address is on the internet just like yours is. So you would not have a problem finding him. You know, you can just use your phone if you got one, which I seriously doubt it, but you can borrow Ed or Sally's phone to GPS his location, just like how everybody else do when they try to find you. They GPS you to find out where you live at. But I honestly would be going after Big T or Alex, whatever you want to call him. I'll be focused on him. Why don't you run that fade back on him? You sitting there threatening William Glory and N-word boy. Why don't you run that fade back on Alex, the one that came on your property and knocked you out? What happened to all that energy? What happened, Cyraxx? You scared of him? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing though. A dude came on your property and knocked you out, and you done zero about it. And even if you was to do something about it, if you was to go on Alex's property, you know, even if you was to go over there on his property and find out where he live at and everything like that, you would most likely lose again, because, you know, Alex got the size advantage over you. You know what I'm saying? He's got the size advantage over you though. So even if you was to pull up on Alex's property, Alex most likely would whoop you again, most likely. He would just have to hit you with one punch. And as soon as he knock you down, what are you going to do, Cyraxx? you'll press charges against him. But I don't know, people. I couldn't let something like that slide. He come on your property, knocked you out. He kicked your grandmother's vehicle, according on what you said. He kicked your grandmother's vehicle, and you let that ride? Why? Because the police locked him up in jail, and you feel like you didn't get your lick back with him. He went to jail because his dad called the police because he pulled a knife out on his dad. Him and his dad have a falling out. So what? You think that's a victory all of a sudden in Cyraxx? Because you see video footage of him getting locked up in jail because his pops called the police on him, and you feel like that you're even with him now? No, you're not even with Alex. You're not even with him because you never got your lick back from him. You think making these videos, I don't understand. You think it's, I don't know. You think it's a way of getting somebody back. And that's the problem where we live in today's society, people. Everybody think making videos and this and that, everybody thinking that's the best way of getting back at somebody. From my generation, when we want to get back at somebody, we go find them. We go look for them. Even if the internet would have existed back in the 90s and 80s or whatever like that, man, ain't nobody going to be making no freaking videos saying that, I'm going to get you. Nah, people from my generation go find you where you live at. Find out who you associate with. And Cyraxx, don't act like you don't know where Alex live at. Don't act like you don't know. You know where he lives at. I know you do. It's all over the internet. But Cyraxx is not about that life. But he can make a 1 hour video, making empty threats to people, saying he gonna do this and do that because he can't fight. Cyraxx is always gonna be the type of guy that's always gonna get knocked out. And I can see why people bullied you in your high school. I remember seeing a video of you saying that you got bullied in high school and this and that. And I can kind of see why people picked on you, bro, because you're a weirdo, man. I see why everybody picked on you. And there's no way you can have a girlfriend because they'll play you. They'll play you. When they see how disgusting you live and everything like that, ain't no woman gonna have anything to do with you. And if she does, she's most likely disgusting just like you are. Disgusting, filthy, nasty, don't take baths, wear the same shirt. She's got to be just as nasty as you is, Cyraxx, if she decides to ride along with you and be your y'all be together. She's got to be nasty just like you is. Because I don't see any woman out there that wants you, bro. I don't see that. Imagine if Cyraxx goes in the room, right, and he see his girlfriend putting makeup on her face. Cyraxx would be so insecure and be like, why are you putting makeup on your face? Why are you doing that? Are you being a hoe? You know what I'm saying? It'd be a big mess. Cyraxx wouldn't be able to keep his hands to himself. And he's got a history of being abusive to women anyway. So Cyraxx better off being alone. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. When Sally passes away, when Sally hit the bucket, you're going to be all alone, Cyraxx. When Sally's sitting up in that hospital on her deathbed, that's when it's really going to hit him, people. That's when it's going to hit him, and he's going to be all alone. And when she goes, you're all alone, Cyraxx. Because everybody knows Ed ain't going to have anything to do with you. We know that. Ed's probably going to be living with his family or his kids, if he has any. I don't know if Ed has any kids or he has any sons or daughters. I don't really know. But two things going to happen with Ed. Ed's either going to move in with his family, with his kids, or he's probably going to sign up for a senior citizen. You, Cyraxx, is going to be on your own. You is not going to be able to pay all that rent and all those bills in the house by yourself. You know why? Because you don't have a job. You're going to be in a very bad situation, Cyraxx. Because if Sally hits the bucket, you're going to be in a very, very bad situation. And the landlord is not going to cut you any slack. She might let you stay there. The landlord might let you stay there for 1 month free. 1 month free. After that, you got to go, buddy. She might let you stay there 1 month free for Sally, but once Sally's gone, you out of there, buddy. Because not only that you got to worry about rent, you got to worry about rent, you got to worry about water bill, you got to worry about light bill, you got to worry about internet bill, and Cyraxx, you don't even have a nickel in your pocket. The only way, Cyraxx, that you could possibly live on your own, if Sally got you signed on an insurance policy. If she's got you on her insurance, like if she dies, depending on how much money you get, if the money's enough to cover the rent, if it's enough to pay the light bill, gas bill, or whatever, if it's enough to cover all that, and you know how to manage your money, then yeah, you'll be okay. But you don't know how to manage your money, Cyraxx. And we can all tell. Because I remember when I was watching the live stream, Marty was asking you what was 2 times 2, and you couldn't even answer that. Yeah, I'm not lying, people. There's a video out there on YouTube where Marty was asking Cyraxx easy math. So, and I think Marty said, well, what's 2 times 2? And you know Cyraxx shammed it off and insulted him when he couldn't even answer that. I mean, Marty was just giving him simple math. He couldn't even figure that out. Simple math. A 4th grader or 5th grader can easily figure that out in no time, but Cyraxx, for someone his age, that doesn't even know what was 2 times 2 is. And that was funny, though. He can easily talk junk. That's the thing about Cyraxx. He can easily talk junk. He can easily make empty threats. He can easily make videos and make a fool out of himself. Oh, he can easily do that. But when it comes to responsibility, he's clueless. He doesn't know what real responsibility is. And everybody, including myself, everybody just waiting very patiently, Cyraxx, until that day comes. That day is going to come when you're going to have to be out on your own. Because like I said, when Sally's laying in that hospital on her deathbed, you sitting there crying, hoping that, you know, she's going to pull through this and everything like that, that's when it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you hard. It's going to hit you very hard, though. You know, Ed is going to be upset and everything like that, but, you know, Ed's going to leave you behind, bro. Ed ain't going to want to have nothing to do with you. And if Ed does decide to take you with him, he's going to lay the law down on your ass and let you know that he ain't going to put up with that shit. But I don't think Ed's going to put up with you, Cyraxx, because we already done heard what he said. He said he's tired of you. And he ain't going to deal with you, man. He just ain't. He just ain't going to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? I bet he'd be downstairs telling Sally, listen to that mother effer, man. You hear him up there? I'm trying to sleep, and he's over there playing loud music and everything like that. You know, his day is gonna come, people. It's coming. So Cyraxx, enjoy your little free time. You know, enjoy wasting your little free time on the internet with your empty threads and playing around, because that's what you're doing, bro. You're barely making any money on the internet. You have no goals. Nothing, man. You was doomed. And Cyraxx is not even taking these warnings very seriously. But we'll see. We'll see, people, what's going to happen down the road. Anyway, that's enough about this goblin, though. I'm going to see what else he's going to say next, people. Anyway, peace.